What is going on, YouTube? So I wanted to do one video today, at least get back to the recap for the NBA Finals here. Just got done with Game 3, wanted to do kind of some of my top moments of the game. A lot to talk about from Game 3, and I think a really fun series to come unexpectedly for the NBA Finals, but a lot due to Warriors injuries. Nonetheless, Raptors do come out with the win. They do take the 2-1 series lead. They take the victory 123-109 over the Warriors. Consistent effort from the Raptors, pretty much through and through. They held a double-digit lead for the bulk of the game. Anytime it seemed like the Warriors were going to get on one of those runs, the Raptors really shut it down completely, and got to give a lot of props to the Raptors there. Now, just kind of go through the recap here. There wasn't really any one player for the Raptors that was just, standing on its head in this game, that was absolutely lighting it up. It was kind of the entire starting five for the Raptors, for that matter. No less than 17 points for any player in the Raptors starting five. Marcus Gasol had the lowest point total of any, but he still finished with 17 points, 7 boards, 4 rebounds. And he actually got some pretty limited minutes on the floor. He doesn't get as much playing time as he used to just in general, but also ran into foul trouble. Danny Green, similar story there. Kawhi Leonard highlighted the game, though, for the Raptors: 2 blocks, 2 steals, 7 rebounds, 6 assists, 30 points, 9 of 17 from the field. He was solid. Again, steady all night, 38 minutes on the floor. I guess barring Steph Curry, he was the best player out on the floor tonight, and really took the game over until Kyle Lowry actually it was pretty much just Kyle Lowry. Pascal Siakam came up big down the stretch for the Raptors too, as did Danny Green. Excuse me. And Serge Ibaka, who came up with those 6 blocks in the game. It seemed like he was blocking every single shot the Warriors took late in the game. Individually, though, again, Kyle Lowry, big performance, 23 points, 9 assists, 5 of 9 from three-point range. He was big for the Raptors in this game. Golden State Warriors, problem was really outside of Steph, there wasn't much. Quinn Cook, 9 points off the bench, and I think it was like 25 minutes on the floor for him. But mainly it was just Steph. 47 points, 14 of 31 from the field. Now, obviously the usage, I think that's fair for Steph in this situation. You have to have more than Steph Curry out there. Also had 8 rebounds, 7 assists, 3 turnovers, but considering the amount of usage he had to go along with the 7 assists, not bad. Again, just the Warriors are going to need more than just Steph Curry. And when they're taking 36 threes, only dropping about 32 or 33% of them, not great for them either, less than 40% from the field. And just the Raptors were almost perfect from the free throw line, 20 of 21. In this game, obviously it was shooting percentage, and it was just shooting percentage and blocks that determined it for the Raptors. The Raptors just weren't really missing, and when they needed to down the stretch, they were coming up big on the defensive end of the floor. The rest of the numbers were pretty similar in this game. The Warriors didn't necessarily shoot bad from the free throw line. I think they were like 85%, actually shot pretty well. Rebounds, steals, turnovers, everything else there was pretty identical for each team. So those numbers weren't overly drastic in one team's favor, excuse me. But I think that was something to watch there. The Warriors are just going to need more. Like Draymond Green, again, not necessarily a bad game, 17-7 and 4. Fairly standard game for Draymond Green. The 4 turnovers were not good. DeMarcus Cousins also only 19 minutes on the floor. Again, a player that commands a lot of usage. That I think there was a lot of talk in this game about how much usage that DeMarcus Cousins was actually going to get for the Warriors, considering Klay Thompson and Kevin Durant were both out. But I think it's worth noting that the Warriors can still get this good of an effort out of Steph Curry if both Kevin Durant and Klay Thompson are going to be back anytime soon. But I mean, it's going to make for an interesting series. I don't think there's any doubt about that. You got to figure that there we go. You got to figure here that the Raptors are not going to go away easily, even if the Warriors do get KD, Klay Thompson back, and actually affected DeMarcus Cousins. He just wasn't very good. He had a huge effort on Sunday, like the vintage DeMarcus Cousins there. He's played pretty well this season when he's actually played, but this game just wasn't great. I don't think he's really ever started with the spotlight like this on him. It was kind of unexpected in game 2 with Klay Thompson going down, the uncertainty surrounding Kevin Durant playing in that game, and just in general, we kind of knew pretty far before the tip that Kevin Durant wasn't playing. Obviously, they're going to need someone else back in game 4. They're going to need some type of answer because with the Raptors' entire starting 5 playing this well, and with the Warriors just literally getting no help for Steph Curry, barring like spotty performances from Quinn Cook. And even at that, like a spotty performance from Quinn Cook is just not going to get it done on any NBA Finals team ever. And Draymond Green. And Draymond Green didn't even have his best game. He was like 6 of 14 from the field. Not bad. Again, from Draymond, 17 points, 7 rebounds. It's fine. But it's just not going to get it done when the only person scoring points is Steph Curry. Andre Iguodala needed to have a much better game than he did. Again, Draymond and DeMarcus Cousins, those 4, including Steph, were the players that needed to step up for the Warriors because they didn't get really anyone to step up beyond those role players. I think even Kevon Looney was injured in this game, and he was kind of the role player that was stepping up beforehand. So there's a lot of doubt with the Warriors right now. I don't think there's any questioning that, but the Warriors have they got a lot to figure out if Kevin Durant and Klay Thompson aren't going to be back in the lineup for game 4. And if they are, great, it's going to be a different type of series. Either way, the Raptors aren't going away. I mean, they have a 2-1 series lead now. They do get home court back for the rest of the series, considering that game 3 win, even if the Warriors do take game 4, the Raptors can still have home court just because they have the better regular season record. So game 4 is going to be really interesting. I believe we're looking at Saturday night here with the 3-day breaks in between. Let me just make sure with that. But a pivotal game 4. I mean, obviously here, it's going to be really interesting if the Raptors end up taking a 2-game series lead over the Warriors, and then say the Warriors get like KD and Klay Thompson back in the same. It's just going to be interesting because a fully loaded Warriors team. We're looking back on Friday. So only a 2-day break here. It's going to be nice to only have the 2-day break, and then we'll be right back at it for the NBA Finals. NHL Stanley Cup Finals will be back tomorrow. So back to regular sports action here with two series that are pretty close right now. But anyway, that's pretty much it. An awesome series so far, back and forth. Finally, a challenger for the Warriors that's not the Cleveland Cavaliers, and kind of refreshing, but also could legitimately have a different NBA champion this year. Too early to tell just because there's so much up in the air with the Warriors' injuries right now, a very injured team up and down. But it's really nice to have some competition here again from someone that's not LeBron and the Cavs. So anyway, that is pretty much it. See ya.